Hello, my name is Sarah Loosemore and I'm Head of Art here at Thomas Clarkson Academy, and my specialism is ceramics. We run the 3D Art and Design course, which is what I'm here today to talk to you about, and we use the AQA exam board. This course offers students a huge opportunity to be as creative as they can be, to build on all the practical skills that they've learnt at Key Stage 3 and to be as imaginative as their imagination will allow them. The course runs over 2 years. It's made up of 2 components. Component 1 is their coursework, which is 60% of the grade, and component 2 is the exam, which makes up the other 40% of the grade. With the coursework, which is component 1, it is made up of a range of different projects. The first term is spent doing a lot of basic skills, as I say, developing on what they learnt at Key Stage 3, coiling, slabbing, modelling, and we introduce wheel throwing as well. And then the remainder of Year 10 and Year 11 is constructed of projects that they use the skills that they've learnt to make final outcomes from. The exam in Year 11 is conducted in March, April time, and the themes are released by AQA in January. So students have a good 3 or 4 months to get their exam preparation put together, and then they spend 10 hours producing the final piece of work, which is over 2 days. They can take their preparation in with them. They can have all the help that they need prior to the exam, but in the actual exam, it's about them actually constructing the piece of work on their own. There are 4 assessment objectives that students' work is assessed against. We refer to these as the AOs. AO1 is about their ability to look at artists' work and look at work in context and be able to analyse it. AO2 is all about how they refine and develop their ideas and how they explore and experiment with different processes and different medias. AO3 is how they go about recording their ideas in their sketchbook, the photographs, the drawings, the written annotation, and then AO4 is where they present their final outcome. And this could be also smaller outcomes that they produce as the course course progresses. So it's not just on the final things that they produce. The 3D Art and Design course leads quite nicely onto the A-level art course that we run here at Thomas Clarkson. It also leads students to the college courses that are run at local colleges, and obviously from there degrees can be taken up in a huge variety of art and design subjects. The good thing as well about any of our art courses here at Thomas Clarkson is they do give students transferable skills where they can impress employers and colleges with their ability to be creative thinkers, their ability to be problem solvers, their ability to show lots of initiative and be very independent, their ability to be very organised, and their ability to meet deadlines. So this course certainly does give them all of those skills. It's a course that requires a lot of hard work, but it is a course that is very practical, very creative, and certainly students have commented on it being very, very interesting. I'll now be able to show you a range of work that we've done and some examples of some sketchbooks. Okay, so this is an example of a student who did wheel throwing as a project. They were interested in making a set of tableware that included a teapot and some bowls. So they've started looking at artists and studying and responding to historical types of teapots that have been made. Obviously a lot of annotation gone on, explaining what they were doing, how they were doing it. Here they're starting to think about the sort of shapes that they could produce and what they wanted to think about in terms of style and pattern and detail. And then we've got examples of them actually producing the work, showing the process, picking up marks for some of the assessment objectives as they go along, constructing all the different thoughts about glazing and how they were going to do it, and then here are the final outcomes that they ended up with. So we've obviously got a teapot with a functional lid that actually works, and then we've got a little bowl that goes with it, and then there were cups and things as well. Okay, so here we've got some examples of students who have produced work with other techniques. This one's a piece of slabbing, so it's flat sheets of clay that have been constructed and then glazed. We've also got some examples of students who've made little models using coils. A very detailed modelled bird and figure. Huge amount of time went into this, so it is a course that requires a lot of patience, and you can see the standard of results that you can get. The cat here was done out of solid clay, hollowed out and then put back together again and glazed. And then this little rabbit was actually done with a student who went and dug up her own clay on the Norfolk coast, brought it into school, and we dried it out and used it, and that's the results. So modelling is a very wide-ranging skill, and the results can be amazing.